China's lifting more than 800 million people out of extreme poverty since the 1970s.
Good on you for doing research, but there's more to the puzzle that you're not piecing together. Compare our poverty levels. What is their poverty level in US dollars? Their poverty level is not anywhere near the rest of the developed world's. It is 1,000 US dollars a year, whereas in many of our states, it is close to $30,000 a year. Not every state. The baseline federal level is $15,000, but in most states, it's around $30,000 a year. So where do they get their money from? Well, from the special economic zones. They literally rely on foreign investor money to prop up their economy, because their economy would not be effective without foreign investment. Without foreign investment, their economy would literally fail. I mean, it is failing, but it literally would be worse off. The construction boom that they went through was because of investors, mostly American, and some of those being American investors investing in other companies, which then invested in China, right? And then China started loaning out money, US dollars, to other countries to enable them to start pulling more money into their economy, which significantly boosted their economic growth, right? But without investors from outside of the Communist Party, they literally cannot produce enough in their country to keep up their economic growth. Their economy would collapse. Their economy literally did collapse under Mao. If it wasn't for Deng, Xi Jinping's predecessor, you literally would not see half the stuff that you see now. So again, you're piecing together the puzzle. Here's some more pieces, right? They don't have the same rights we have. They don't have animal rights. They don't have women's rights. They don't have LGBT rights. They don't have discrimination laws. They don't have the same standards we have, right? You can go on YouTube, watch videos of somebody driving their electric vehicle down the street, and it goes off on a crazy autopilot spree. Not to say Tesla and everything doesn't do stuff like that, but goes off on a crazy spree, locks the brakes, slams into a wall, and then explodes and catches on fire. You can find dozens of videos online, if not hundreds, if not thousands, of Chinese men beating women in the streets and people walking by. You can find hate mobs going after somebody who was gay because they tried to publicly date another man. It is stuff like this where, like, I'm not saying don't exchange cultures with Chinese citizens, but you have to realize you're looking at a vertical, pre-approved slice. It would be like, name a city you think is pretty, right? Let's say LA, right? Let's say only Hollywood. It would be like if the US government only ever allowed approved media out, and people that live in Hollywood, the rich, on social media apps. For reference, RedNote had 170 million users. Let's assume 30% roughly are foreign before America decided to go there. So you're talking, let me see, China has 1.2 billion people. That's, I don't know, like 10%, 5% of their total population. That should give you a good scale, right? So you mentioned maternity leave. A lot of companies offer it. A lot of states mandate it. Not all. There's exceptions. So first and foremost, I would say it should be paternity leave, not maternity leave. But interestingly, You mentioned food. So, for those who know, they know, and that's why they want to change America. You see them as extremists. You see them as people who don't like democracy, but these are the very people you've called a conspiracy theorist for the last 20 years. These are the same people who have tried to tell you the truth for the last 20 years. So here's a reality check for you. If you want to understand how bad things are. Did you know farmers cannot sell everything in the United States and much of Europe that they produce? They are also required by law to buy new seeds every year and then buy new approved fertilizer every year. They have to burn or throw away the old seeds. Did you know that a farmer can have his property seized if bees cross-pollinate between crops? Do you know who implemented those laws? Monsanto. Do you know who owns Monsanto now? Bayer. Just for reference, we produce so much produce in America, in the United States of America, we could feed the entirety of North America every day, all year long, and still have food left over. We produce 96% of the entire world's, it may be lower now, given COVID, statistics are before COVID, but we used to, or last statistics I know of, produce 96% of all animal feed in the United States for the rest of the world. What did you think about that? Not all of it is bad. Not all of it is fit for consumption, human consumption. We use seed oils because they're cheaper, despite the fact that they were originally used as engine lubricant. Fluoride just recently was determined to have basically lowered IQ points. It makes us stupider. Not to say that I don't get why fluoride was put in the water, but it has now been proven to have a detrimental effect, and more studies are going to come out, I think in the next year. So there are ways to fix America, right? There are 1,000,001 ways we can fix America relatively easily. Get rid of the fucking crop laws, change copyright laws so it only protects XYZ, ensure that they can't copyright or patent seeds, change how we view the pharmaceutical companies, change how we view insurance companies. That seems like it's already happening. Good. And I don't know. Maybe stop electing politicians along party lines, right? Because the Democrat Party ain't great. The Republican Party ain't great. But watching people go, Republicans are the enemy, or Democrats are the enemy, is stupid. It's exhaustively stupid. I'm 30 years old. I've known this now for, at minimum, 15 years. Watching people go, you're the issue. No, you're the issue, is what's wrong with America.